They've worked hard to retain possession. Williams is tag, breaks loose in space. And up and under, inside the 22.
With all of the fantastic sports titles making gaming headlines, one often wonders why we never see a rugby game in there. It may not be a sport as popular as Madden or FIFA, but rugby is one of the biggest sports in South Africa, and it has been a while since we've seen a standout rugby game. Eco Software and Big Ben took a try at the rugby franchise, but does it turn out to be the game that rugby fans wanted? The game starts out fairly simple with an easy tutorial giving you the basics, and the controls are easy to learn. Right after that, I jumped into my first match to try out the controls for myself, and that is where the problems began. Most sports franchises have a very interesting and unique career mode, and Rugby 18 does have its own career mode as well, but it's nothing that stands out too much. You begin with an empty roster, purchasing players, and at the beginning you can only afford to build an average team. Over time you gain more money, thus you can improve your team with better players. However, if you do pick poorly, then you can go bankrupt, which means you'll have to restart the career mode. Other modes on offer are the Top 14, Pro 14, Aviva Premiership, as well as the Pro D2 leagues. I was rather surprised to see that there wasn't even a World Cup mode in a rugby game. No World Cup mode in a rugby game. Just think about that for a second. The lack of modes does affect the replay value, however you can still play online against a friend, and there are weekly as well as daily challenges where you can earn extra currency for completing tasks. It's a nice addition for those who want to invest some extra time into this game. Visually though, the game looks average at best. Some of the more familiar players looks fair, while others simply look like a copy and paste model from a PlayStation 3 game. The game feels somewhat lacking as you don't even see the referee on the field. Going through the selection screen of the stadiums that don't even have their official names. It's just called Stadium 1 through Stadium 8. The audio is fine, I guess. Announcers does an okay job, although glitches does occur them to call out things that isn't even happening on the field, and Crowds does an okay job for a sports game. As with any sports title, the controls and gameplay is where the real important lies, and unfortunately with Rugby 18, it's somewhat of a miss. During the tutorial, the controls felt somewhat fine, but after a few matches it began to feel tedious and very slow compared to any Madden or FIFA game I've played in the past. Using certain techniques or strategies seems rather pointless as the game often slows down to a crawl. The AI is some of the worst I've seen, running in the opposite direction and often freezing at spots where I had to manually go and move them before the AI kicks in. The game is there, but it feels that it's somewhat incomplete, lacking many features, plagued with hideous bugs and questionable AI. Usually I rate games at a buy now, wait for sale, look in the bargain bin, or rather avoid rating, and I would say that Rugby 18 is definitely worth buying when you look in the bargain bin. For a rugby fan, there is definitely fun to be had, and you can see that the developers definitely had the passion for rugby when creating this title, but it could have used with more testing, fixes, and definitely a lot more features. Maybe in the future this will be fixed, but as it stands it does have a lot of issues. I'd like to thank Apex Interactive for the code for reviewing this game, and for more reviews check out my other videos. If you like this video, then give me a thumbs up. If you dislike it, then give me a thumbs down, but please tell me why, so I can improve my videos. My name is Frank, I'm the Red Tie Guy, and frankly, thank you for watching. Catch you guys in the next video.